Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Pinky here today with the new lipstick swatch video. This is from Milani. Yes. So they brought out a line, I think it was within the last year, maybe they just added to it. It's the fetish lipsticks. Now, you can tell the fetish lipsticks because this is what they look like. Yes, so they're kind of stylized. Now here's the thing. They have security, like plastic around them, so this one still has it versus this one that does not. Yes, I'm lazy sometimes. I just want the lipstick. I don't want to pull that stuff off. Why, I don't know. But I ended up getting several from a few collections. So I think there are some from the mattes and some are just the regular ones that aren't matte. I've worn most of these, or not, I've worn half of them. And then some of them I tried on briefly, but it's been a while. So I'm revisiting them. But this is what they look like. So this is kind of a hodgepodge. It's not just the matte ones. It's the regular ones, which are a little bit more silky or a little bit more moisturizing. They tend to be more like the YSL type or the L'Oreal, which is kind of a gloss, a very pigmented gloss, which is a little bit more comfortable for some people. I'm a fan. I like them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you know the color of it. And then I'll put to the side which line it is, but you can probably tell just looking at the way it goes on. So the first one is lingerie. It is 130 lingerie. And this is what it looks like here. So this is very easy to put on. You can see the lip color. It goes on a little bit lighter than what's here, which with these glossy kind of lipsticks, it makes sense. It's always like that. They'll always be a little bit more sheer than what's in the bullet. So just know that it's going to be like a shade or two less. Really pretty. Goes on really easily. You know, it's that light berry kind of stain. This isn't supposed to be like, wow, knock your socks off. I don't think that's this type of thing. It's very light. It's very beautiful for like the summer, you know, spring. It's just gentle, beautiful. You can wear it this time of year. You can wear whatever you want, whenever you want. And actually, these would be really comfortable for this time of year. It's just when the wind hits, like here in New York, gets in your face and then it's on your lipstick. And then if it's really pigmented, it becomes a mess. The next one is 190, which is Covet. And this is more of a red. Beautiful color. So it's more of like a berry kind of red, which I love. I love colors like this. It's just beautiful. It goes on really easily. You see how quickly I'm moving? I know, it's like, whoop, I don't even wait. I just go for it. And I think it's really beautiful. I just love how this looks. You know, it doesn't feather or anything when you're wearing it, which is nice. For me, at least, it doesn't. It just stays on the lips. But if you're a little bit nervous about it, you can always use a lip liner to keep everything in a little bit more. Of course, this type is going to be a lot more transferable than, you know, a regular lipstick. But I just think this is a beautiful color. Okay, this next color is 170 Kink. Yeah. You can see where they're going with this. It's very much when NYX did their lingerie line and it was a bunch of keywords like this. It's just because when you use keywords like that, it makes it edgy. I'm not really, I mean, I don't care. I'm obviously not a prude. I just sometimes go, if these are floral color, I just, I don't know. Peony would be fine. I don't think this is, I actually think they have a line that is specifically florals, and I don't think I have any of these in here. This is more the just regular line that kind of makes me giggle a little. This one I love. This color, I have worn it before because I can see in the back, and you can see there that I've used this. I've used this one a few times because this is a color. I have a couple dresses and skirts that match this exact color. So me being the matchy person that I am like, you know what? I'm going to wear this. You know, I'm like, ooh. And pairs perfectly with it. I love it because it pairs so perfectly with these outfits. I love colors like this, especially in the spring and summer. They just make me happy. This color makes me happy. I'll even wear it if I'm wearing like a cream or white color in the summer. I will use any excuse to use this. I love this color. I have a few. I have regular lipsticks like this, and this one's just perfect because it's that beautiful gloss to add a little bit of shine to the lips. This one is probably one of my favorites. Okay, this one has something on it, like they stamped the number on the bottom, but I think this is Bitten, which is a little bit darker than the last one. Obviously is a lot darker. You can see it's definitely heading into more vampy zone for someone of my skin tone. It's beautiful though. Actually, I don't think I ever tried this one on. This is the perfect time of year. You will see though that there is some staining to this, which is actually a good thing because it tells you that they're pigmented. You know, that's a good thing. But some people are like, oh, so if it wears away, you'll have a little bit of color left, which is always nice. So there's a little bit of stain. So if it wears away, and these do wear down rather quickly, you're still covered. But this is Bitten. Okay, so this one actually is not the same. This is, maybe it is, but if it is, the consistency is very different. I'll put to the side if it's that same collection. It looks like it, and it is very moisturizing, but as you can see, it's really difficult to control, and it's grainy. It still smells good. It's perfect. It smells that same, it has almost like a citrusy scent to it. It has that scent to it, but I'm confused because it's a little bit grainy. I can feel the grain in it, which is strange. The consistency is different. The smell's good. I did a really poor job of putting this on. I just did. Let's be real here. That looks awful. But it's extremely pigmented. So just know, I know I'm probably driving y'all crazy. Just know that even with me pulling it off my lip, it's staining. And that's fine. So it's going to be pretty impressive once I get it off. It's a beautiful color. It's just, I always get nervous by colors like this when they're moisturizing because it's not as moisturizing as the last ones. It doesn't feel like the YSL or the L'Oreal ones at all. This one feels a little bit thicker. It's more a lipstick that just happens to be very moisturizing. So this one's a little bit dangerous because it's very transferable. And that being the case, without a lip liner, this may get places. This is just, it just may really get all over the place. I have a wipey here. I'll show you. I know I don't normally like doing this, but I know I even have my mouth open. So it's just, that's very transferable. So, and it is a little bit staining. So that's going to get everywhere. You can always blot it like I just did if you want a little bit more insurance. And it still looks really beautiful. But, you know, I kind of made a mess of it. I'm sorry. I did because I thought it was going to be a little bit easier to use. I love the color, but I would save this more for lipstick than something like this. And again, it may just be this batch, but I find it very grainy. Okay, so you can see it's really staining. This is really dangerous to take off. Like this is almost like a stain afterwards. Like you can get the Korean stains and things like that. That's kind of what this is. Which isn't a bad thing, but if you just want to wipe it off and go, good luck. Yeah. So this one is Nylon, which is 210. It's that citrus smell. I don't know. We'll see if this one's as grainy, but it's this beautiful dark vampy color as well. So of course this, I'm going to go in more gently and expect the stain. Actually, this one goes on a lot smoother. It was just that one. And again, you can tell when a lipstick's going bad. It's fine. It's just, I don't know. The consistency was so grainy on that one. I got to think about that one because this one is absolutely fine. And this is beautiful. Like this one goes smooth. It's not quite as smooth as some of the lighter ones, but that's normal with lipsticks like this. Those kind of glossy ones is that the deeper you go with the darker pigments, they have a little bit, they have less give. The ones with less have more give. They're more glossy, while these tend to be a little bit thicker, but it's definitely a gloss. Again, you might want to use a lip liner because it's really glossy. Okay, this is 120 with Fantasy. Okay, so this one, I wasn't sure. I actually thought it was going to be darker looking at the bullet. Again, I do have something around it though, so it's hard to see. This one definitely is a lot lighter than it is. Like in the bullet, I thought it was going to be a rich brown, kind of reddy brown, but it's more of a cool tone red. A little bit dark, not dark, but a cool tone red with a little bit of depth. Really, really pretty actually. It's just not what I expected, and I'm okay with it. This one actually feels a lot glossier than the last two, more in vein of the other ones, so it's going to be a little bit dangerous, but it's a really beautiful color. Actually, I think you can wear this like year round. You can wear whatever you want when you want, but this is one of those reds that you can wear year round. It's just beautiful, which makes it really easy to use because you can wear it year round and you can pan it so easily. So there you go, and it's Milani, so you can get a fantastic deal on it. So this is 440 Passion. Now this smells like coconut, is different. This is a regular bullet, so again, very different than the other ones. This one's really nice. So it's obviously more of a matte. This is beautiful. The thing is, the bullet looks more like, it's like a velvet matte, but it looks a little bit more purpley than it does on the lips. But this is just beautiful. It just reminds me of actually a color that I really, sorry, I have hair in my face. It reminds me of Bite Beauty, their old line of Mousse Bouche. It reminds me of one of the colors. It's not walnut. It was one that I absolutely adored and wore all the time, and I can't even remember the name. But it reminds me of that, and I just love it. It wasn't whiskey. I can't even remember, but it was one of those ones in that vein. And I love colors like this. Not with this eye look, but it works perfectly with this outfit though. But I love this color. This is something that I wore all the time. This is something that I'd wear during the fall, during the winter. I just love colors like this. Oh, just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And the last one is Desire, which again is the same one type of thing. It's like those mattes, those beautiful velvety matte type lipsticks. This is ridiculously pigmented for the price. I'm like really impressed by the last two. They're obviously more lipsticks and the velvet matte type things like Lisa Eldridge. These are really good. These are ridiculously good. I'm really shocked by how good these are. Or like the MAC line has them like this. I'm gonna say it. These are almost as good as the MAC or Lisa Eldridge. I know, and some people are like sacrilege, but I'm like, no. Did you see how that went on? Like, you could see how beautifully and pigmented that went on. There's still some red in the corner because I have so much red on that I've put on, but this is just amazing. Like, seriously, amazing. I don't know how I feel about the color on me. Actually, I don't mind it. I love dark colors like this. This is more of Whiskey from Bite Beauty, but honestly, I would do minimal eye look with a little bit of like a brownish color, a lighter brownish kind of warmish brown in the crease, and then go. This is beautiful. Like these, I am so impressed by. I am so darn impressed by these. These are beyond anything. They really are. These are amazing. And this is a drugstore brand. Honestly, if I wasn't trying to declutter, I would probably pick up the whole line of this. And I can't guarantee that if this goes on sale that I won't. That's how good these are. I would probably pick up the whole line because it looks like a matte, but they're very moisturizing, like extremely moisturizing, even though they're matte. So they're very transferable. I do want to warn you, but they are more controlled than the other ones that were more glossy. Like, one swipe and I was ready to go. I was filling it in just to make sure I filled in the whole lip, but you got to be kidding me. Like, look at this. This is just fantastic. Like, I'm shocked. Because I have really light lips, so things pick up on my lips really easily. But if you have like darker tone to your lips, some people have a little bit more pigment. I don't. Pigment's not a word I use for myself. These are fantastic because I think these are going to work for you. And again, drugstore brand. I am so impressed. So impressed. I am impressed with these. I think these are really good, especially, I think you know, especially these mattes. These mattes, beware. If they ever go on sale, I'm not even kidding. I may get the whole line and I am trying to get rid of stuff. But here's the thing. While decluttering all my makeup, I'm realizing what brands I like and which ones I don't. And honestly, this is so impressive. I've always liked Milani. I think they put out some good quality things, but I feel like they're almost improving. And so you can get like buy one, get one 50% off, or they'll mark them half price sometimes. My gosh, it's totally worth it. These are totally worth it. Though the packaging isn't my favorite. I can overlook it because it is a drugstore brand, but it definitely kind of looks like a drugstore brand, but I really don't care. If they perform this well, I don't care. When it makes you look this fabulous, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. And not everybody wants to spend a high amount of money for packaging. They don't. And I don't blame you. So if you're on a budget or you just like a good deal, I'm going to give a big thumbs up. I'm really impressed with these. I think, out of 7 of these, I would like to declutter one. And I even thought about decluttering this one just because I don't know if it's the most flattering. But I really love the formula. And who am I kidding? I love this color. I love all these. I love all these. Even Bitten, I really like. But because it's so grainy, I just don't want it. It smells fine. It's good. But if the consistency is breaking down, that's just not something I really want. And that you could feel the graininess. It's like having sugar on your lips, kind of, but like smaller granules. And I can't live like that. So, in the end, I'm going to declutter one. The rest of them, no way. Good luck taking them away from me. But that being said, this wasn't even like, it's a beautiful color, but I'm not going to really miss it too much. And it's just way too grainy, which is unfortunate because I would have used it, but I just don't feel, it smells good. I mean, it smells like the citrus. It smells fantastic, but it's just grainy. And it's too late to exchange it. So definitely going to let this one go, and I'm okay with it. But it may be replaced with many others because these are just so fantastic. I can't speak highly enough. The prices will vary depending what website you go on and things like that. I can put a price range to the side, but again, different prices with drugstore brands depending on where you pick them up. But honestly, if you are new to makeup or you're new to makeup and you want to experiment with darker vampy colors or with color in general, this is a good way to go about it because I worn a lot of drugstore brands back in the day, and honestly, this is so impressive. I am so impressed with these, especially the bullet lipsticks. Fan-freaking-tastic. So big thumbs up on these. I hope they put out more colors and things. Keep them affordable because, people like a good bargain, and it's a good thing, especially for those on a budget. Seriously, these final two, I would say, are right up there with Lisa Eldridge. And I know I'm going to say it, and MAC. And I know some people are like, no way. The packaging may be a little bit more impressive with the Lisa Eldridge and the beautiful markings around the side. But honestly, it's more comfortable than MAC. MAC's I find a little bit more drying and they tug a little bit. This is matte but very moisturizing. So I actually find it a little bit more comfortable than the Lisa Eldridge one is on me. And I know some people I like Lisa Eldridge's lipsticks, but I find them really drying immediately. That's me. For some reason they do that with my chemistry. These aren't. These are like so comfortable. Ah, beautiful. So yeah, big thumbs up. So until next time, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.